NaMei's Kalista.
Yeah, so they take away that tanky top lane, targeted against Xiang, but also just a very strong champion. You don't really want to have running around the rift being a massive tanky tree. As the next two bans have come through very quickly.
Yeah, there's going to be Amazing's Braum taken away and Rise to answer for InSec, and then Janna. A lot of bottom lane focus.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that nobody really banned supports prior to this pick and ban phase happening, and suddenly a lot of the focus has shifted to Amazing, getting him off that.
I think the thing that's the most interesting, InSec's Yasuo banned right away. He immediately hovers Nautilus. Good answer.
I wonder if they'll go back to the Fizz flex and just instantly first pick Fizz, which is so standard of King to do, but they don't.
Yeah, InSec decides to lock in Shen for the first pick of King.
Now, Maokai being banned, Shen definitely the second priority for most top laners in terms of pick order. They take that one away. OMG have some ideas of what they'd like to hover. I would imagine the support bans being the focus is interesting for King, and they may want to pick that in their second rotation, but OMG, those are some power picks.
Yeah, looking to answer, steal the Fizz away from Korn. He's played it in his past 2 games, but might be looking for something a little bit more different, as Loveland currently hovering the Gragas and Alistar for Amazing decides to lock it in. Yeah, they commit to it.
Certainly an interesting decision to commit to. The big front line well and truly in place here from OMG. Got the champions that they are definitely looking for. Unlocks a lot of hyper carry potential from Cool and North alike. The Jinx always going to be good if they can put that one onto North. He's played a lot of Corki games lately though, so they may go for that mid-game focused team comp, but still yet to see what they're really planning on as King of halfway through their picks.
Yeah, they certainly are. Ekko has lane. We might see another flex, but Thresh locked in 4-0.
Picking up that Ekko should be for Huey. He's played a lot of Ekko in the past, and most of their wins have actually been on the back of the Ekko having a big force in the early game, getting these ganks and pressuring lanes where the rest of the team, Korn and InSec, can start to snowball. So I like the pick of the Ekko. Loveling already had the Gragas, so they knew what it was going to be into, what he's going to be up against. All they're really missing now is some kind of damage source themselves, saving those big carry picks till last year, OMG and King alike.
Yeah, though it looks like it might be time for OMG to pick them. With only 3 spots left on their team and 2 picks for this current draft, they decide to commit to Gnar for Xiang in the top lane against InSec's Shen. North currently looking at Vayne. He's been playing it very well lately.
He has, and Vayne very popular at the moment. Braum and Janna both banned, which are the usual supports to have with that Vayne, so having the Alistar there is most likely indicative of a lane swap, just because their level 1 strength is basically non-existent.
We'll see how they decide to take that off. It's King now looking for their next 2 picks. Currently Gragas, that's a Graves being hovered by NaMei. He's smiling right now. It's good to see him positive in this set. He's going to need that positivity as he prepares to face against OMG, swapping it around, and I'm actually kind of glad to see that King are looking positive in this. You know, they are last place in the LPL, but they can still avoid auto-relegation.
They can, and they do need the victories in this game, and still waiting to pick both their AD carry and mid lane roles, as Korn has played his last 3 games as Fizz.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a surprise if they do lock this one in, and NaMei has.
Yeah, NaMei's committed to the Sivir, and Korn follows it up with Fizz.
Yeah, so NaMei has played a fair bit of Sivir recently also. Not a surprise to see him actually pick that one up. Missing a bit of damage though, you would question this King side. They're very burst heavy now, and their damage over time, consistent scaling damage, you can't really compare a Sivir to a Vayne in that respect. So a very interesting decision in drafting. They're probably going to try and win before the 35-minute mark. Hopefully OMG do not outscale them is their main plan.
Well, it's going to be tricky because there is a Vayne and what looks like an Azir from OMG's side, not to mention a pretty significant amount of peel with a Mega Gnar, Alistar, and Gragas. Cool will lock in the Vayne, and those are our Vayne. That's an Azir.
That is an Azir. The Vayne was already locked in.
That's the one.
There is still a Vayne on that team. So they finished their team comps here, OMG. they've got what they're looking for. They've got the engage, they've got the disengage, they've got frontline. Very well rounded. As InSec having a joke with us right now on his summoner spells. But
yeah.
King's Finnish team comp is assassin base, it's burst heavy. The damage over time is there, but it's not really comparable to that of OMG. So if King can find a lead, they should stay ahead. The questions will be raised if OMG do get ahead early game as to what King can do to actually get back into the game.
I've just got my eyes on InSec summoner spells.
Yeah, no, I was
Oh, man.
staring intently as
8 seconds left. Oh, we're not going to know what he ends up taking into this match until we load in. Coach is now shaking hands as we prepare to load onto the Rift for game number 1 between King and OMG. It's InSec and Xiang in the top lane. InSec with questionable summoner spells. Looks like he did swap them over at the last second to teleport flash.
He did. He's got his standard summoners, thankfully.
Yeah.
It would have been very interesting if he didn't. As we move through the roster very quickly,
Yeah.
now onto our bottom lane here. Sivir into the Vayne, arguably the favorable matchup for the Vayne in the 1v1. And you look at the supports, I do start to like the Vayne a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the Thresh pick more though.
Zero, an absolute king on that Thresh. Very solid pick. Let's see if King can end up taking the win. OMG, however, primed and ready to get more points and get higher up into the playoffs.
The early game, very important for both of these teams, will indicate a lot of how the game is going to pan out.
Yeah, well, we're getting into game right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the LPL. It is currently week number 10, day number 3, set number 4, game number 1. That's right, King versus OMG are on the Rift in front of you.
They are. They're running down doing their standard things at the moment. Of course, this game, the first of 2, very important for both of these teams. OMG looking to cement their spot in the standings, if not increase it, to take on those teams in 3rd. Very easily take over 4th if they get a 2-0 today. And then they can challenge that 2nd place spot where Xiaogu are just ahead of them by that 7 points. But King, on the other hand, desperately trying to not get relegated.
Yeah.
Need these victories themselves. Is doing standard King things, is grouping up as 5 and trying to pick someone off.
At the level 1 start, they're not quite able to find anyone as OMG are doing something similar on the opposite side of the map. And it looks like we might get to see a lane swap as Amazing, North, and Loveland are going very deep forward.
Yeah, so picking the Vayne and the Alistar, definitely wanting to lane swap is the goal here, because you picked a lane that at level 1 basically isn't a laning phase. You're giving up your lane if you look for the 2v2. So getting some levels onto the Vayne, very, very capable of solo laning also against the top laners whenever they do appear. And Alistar very good at being unlocked, being able to roam around the map and start to impact everywhere other than just that 1v2 in the top lane. So very smart decision here from OMG, putting it into effect, of course, expected. And we'll see how they actually pan this one out to be, whether they actually find success from this, or whether the Sivir and the Thresh push too hard to actually maintain strength.
Yeah, InSec did steal away, well, I guess secured, one of the smaller golems of his blue buff, one of the smaller sentinels.
That's a very interesting decision.
Yeah. But Amazing spotted him and just decided to zone him away. Might actually be doing something similar now. He's headed back to the top right now. And a deep ward was placed now by Zero to keep an eye on the jungle of OMG. However, they are going to head deep into King's jungle.
They certainly are. They know because of the lane swap. They've got the numbers advantage on this side of the map. So vertical jungling should be the plan here. Of course, OMG have that ward. They'll spot the Ekko going towards their blue buff. So they know they're safe where they are now and can take the longer jungle route to get as much experience as possible.
They're going to head over to the blue buff now, securing that.
Ouch.
Vertical jungling full in effect, while Korn full sustain. He's got his crystalline flask and a few health potions, so he'll be healing up pretty much non-stop throughout this one. I guess the big difference is that InSec is in lane, and Xiang is double turned. Oh, he just recalled.
He's coming back to the lane now, has his ward and 5 red pots at his disposal. So it'd be very difficult to actually lane, which is why you're seeing Amazing on this Alistar make his way down at the same time. Korn is struggling right now. Cool has been able to poke him out so hard that he will be going through 6 pots at record pace.
We'll definitely find out if that's the case, as he is struggling. Cool. Definitely not cool in this mid lane. He is turning up the heat. Korn takes a lot of punishment because of it, just trading auto after auto. Meanwhile, Ji has made it back down to that bottom. He's going to catch the wave as it hits the turret. He's got the backup of Amazing as well. So things are going to be nice and standard with that stuff.
Yeah, North actually in the 1v1 in the top lane. Still a favorable matchup by all means necessary. North, of course, being on that vein to destroy a Shen at this stage. NaMei and Zero, who are both in that bottom lane.
It looks like it's Hui who pulls the trigger with the first gank of the game.
Here.
Doesn't quite find anyone, but leveling again on that bottom side of the map. Jeez, cool.
He doesn't
laser focus for Korn.
Putting down the pain right now. Korn will have to recall very soon.
And he doesn't have any more consumables.
Yeah. Well played from Cool, managing to get through all 6 of the potions already, forcing the Fizz to go back, and he's still got enough mana to stay himself. Full health. Don't think he's even used it.
Very tricky situation for Korn to be in. Shove coming out from Cool right now, tries to make it so that Korn can lose some CS, but I believe he'll make it back in time. And North trading it out with InSec. Seems like he's having a bit of trouble against the Cloth 5 start from InSec.
A lot of the sustain is the important factor here for InSec. He does have the Vorpal Blades, the Cloth Armor, so he's got an abundance of potions. Could not ask for more as a Shen in a 1v1, but that's all he actually has to offer, is as much sustain as he possibly can. North still able to out-trade him, unless the taunt connects under a turret. I guess the difficult part here for North is trying to take down turrets at all.
And North is not going to have a good time doing that. Meanwhile, Korn
has been pinged.
Yeah.
He's about to be spotted.
If they know him, the taunt is not going to land. InSec's taking a lot of damage.
The minions are going to follow because it's warded. He's going to see not just InSec, he's going to spot Huey. They're going on a magical journey as a group of 3.
Oh my. Those minions
They're
are still going. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Those minions are...
I've never seen minions go so off track.
The tenacity of those minions is admirable.
Oh, man. That was like when the minions were first patched and the AI was changed, and the moment that you left Vision, they would just follow you through your jungle. That was the worst. As a jungler, you would gank, and then a minion would follow you all the way across the map.
You'd have to kill the minion,
yeah,
like every single time.
Man, that was great.
Jungle's also different back then, so you could clear in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, yeah.
Korn's actually managed to reset quite well in this middle lane, has the double Dorans, didn't go for the Sheen, so again looking for some laning stats to get himself through the poke and pressure that has been consistently applied by Cool. Ooh, nice dodge.
Markup gets dodged by Amazing. Ji continuing to try tossing some harass onto NaMei. He actually brought him to relatively low health, forcing the health potion.
Yeah, actually winning the lane Xiang right now. Baiting spell shields out of NaMei and then just auto-attacking for the passive on his W.
Uh-oh. He's going to be taking some damage now from NaMei. Flash forced to be used as he doesn't want to be caught.
NaMei.
There goes the fish as Korn and InSec have showed on the bottom side. Amazing's low. He goes down. First blood Korn.
Very easy gank right there. The rotation from all of these guys. InSec with the ultimate on top of Korn, who has been trying his hardest to not be in the middle lane. At every opportunity he's wanted to disappear. And rightly so, given how Cool has been playing this super aggressively. But they find success from this. And something that Korn is very good at doing is playing... He did.
Loveland was not keeping track of his health on that one. He had Smite.
He certainly did. Moment of silence for Loveling's inability to smite red buffs as he does die to that.
Yes.
You don't really have anything that you can say about that. I feel the need for an instant replay of his own death for some reason.
Oh man, that would be grand. We'll see if we manage to get it as Xiang once again heads to the bottom side of the map. North on his recall picks up a build water and starts to head once again back north to that solo lane against InSec, prioritizing that Vayne farm.
Yeah, now the turret was taken in the bottom lane, which is why you can see Xiang has made his way back down there, looking for the freeze. But King don't want that freeze to happen.
Oh, Loveland forced to smite to secure the blue buff. Uh-oh, InSec in a dangerous position here. Gets knocked back under the turret. He's taking some damage. North is going to have to walk through the minions now if he hopes to get this kill. Oh, flash. InSec's getting close, but North nets it, and King looks to take the dragon.
Yeah, InSec getting a focus of 2 members gives them the numbers advantage in this bottom area of the map, which enables the dragon to be taken here by King. Very easily done, and a free dragon for them, but they did lose InSec. So the trade was definitely there.
Yeah.
The first dragon is great. It doesn't necessarily favor them by any means. He didn't have his smite.
He didn't have his smite.
No, it's up now. No, it's not up.
Oh. It was the tiny one too.
Oh, it's so difficult.
The tiny brambleback.
Jungling's hard.
He was so close.
He wasn't really close at all.
Well, he almost had his smite. And then he could have smited.
I think it was a solid 5 seconds away.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. OMG have group top as well. Turret should fall down. If anyone considers walking near the turret, they've made a grave mistake. Zero smartly lanterning.
Yeah.
Threatening them to take the lantern himself. Actually taking damage from the Gromp at the moment. Zero.
He's tanking it for OMG.
Yeah.
Who look to take this top tier 1 turret. North actually using his ultimate.
No, impermanent ultimate form.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Based off the pattern underneath him.
He secures it.
Oh!
The sentence still hits. Here comes InSec looking to get revenge. North doesn't have his flash. Take the lantern, North. Oh, NaMei killed him.
Such a great hook. Amazing. Oh my god, it's done it again.
Oh, manages to break the CC, however.
Does well to get out with his life, but again, North going down. The condemn at the same time as that death sentence, just giving it more impact on the fact that it actually connected. Free kill pretty much on a silver platter, and this is what Zero does best. He just scopes in on the target that he wants, and he makes sure that it, oh nice.
Oh, canceling Xiang's teleport there. Woof, InSec with the good trade, and King continued to look for damage on the top tier 1.
Yeah, they were looking to get that top lane turret down, King, and the defense was going to be put in place. Ekko spots them both. They're here to defend the turret, so it does stand. But they lost the teleport for their troubles.
They did.
No dragon to take though, so a lot of it's going to be on standing towers on objective control that isn't the dragon. We'll see if they can get anything done here, King. Because Shen's ultimate will be available before the teleport of Xiang.
This will be a tricky situation for Xiang, as now the 1v1 has began on the bottom side of the map. North in the mid lane right now. Now going to head back to the top to catch up with Loveland. Oh, NaMei might just try to finish it off. Whoa, he gets knocked under the turret. Body blocking the lantern. He gets flayed back here, but will he be able to provide chase? He doesn't have his ultimate. He's got his flash, but so too does NaMei. Loveland, oh man, he wants it so bad.
He's not going to get it, but North is here. The turret was down, so there was the threat of diving. You could see Alistar stalking around at the edges. Didn't get there in time, but he's definitely going that direction still.
Yeah. Amazing. Looking for something, not quite finding it as Loveland looks to invade on that side of the jungle. Everything goes pretty much back to standard. King are actually up in gold after taking that turret.
Yeah, the picks that they've made, the 2 kills, basically the difference in gold between the teams at this stage is we're looking at 1-0 in Dragons as well in favor of King. The next one not too far away at this stage. It was taken fairly early. Given that there is actually a tower down as well in favor of King and that the gold lead is almost exclusively from these kills, you have a look at the farm across the board here and note that OMG are actually doing very well.
Yeah.
And this is why the gold lead isn't that big of a deal.
Cool, continuing to shove onto Corn, just trying to be as big a bully as he can, but Corn rocking the crystalline flask. picked up a needlessly large rod to the completed Morellos of Cool.
Yeah, he went for a needlessly large rod as his option. I guess the Zonias is going to be the first choice here, but not getting the Sheen, immediately finishing that Zonia's Hourglass. Now that says to me that he's looking to just get through the laning phase, doesn't actually want to auto-attack things, so using his E to ensure that he secures all of the minions, and then team fight, and roam around the map, dive people with the rest of this King lineup, because now he can be the one to initiate, use that Zonias, change tower aggro if need be. A questionable decision.
Unfortunate play from OMG. They grouped 4 members mid to put some pressure on the mid tier 1, but a single Sivir Boomerang clears out the entire minion wave, and OMG are forced to dance around, not quite finding what they want.
But the dance is looking at the bottom lane. You can see all of the vision control that has been placed in King's jungle on the bottom half. The minions starting to collapse now towards that turret on the back of Xiang, pushing it. And they're just forcing King to work around the map, to respond to things. In areas where they don't even have the vision, you can see the scrying orb used to ensure he wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
As he wants to last here desperately, but had to be careful.
As I understand it, having gold is generally a good thing.
So they say.
And dying generally not a good thing. Pretty generally. I mean, like, you can, like, bait it.
There are instances where dying is actually okay.
Yeah.
Such as Karthus.
Yeah. Or like, if you're buying time for your team, you overextend and then you just run around for 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's like the only 2 cases. So, unfortunately, the 3 deaths that have happened in this game were not for that.
Nope.
They have been fantastic plays from Zero in particular, managing to find both of the assists on those kills going down. Done very well for his team.
Yep.
Forcing the flash in the bottom lane for that tower dive and then hooking the Vayne in the top lane.
Oops. Zero gives a good thwack to Amazing, but he heals right back up. Now, some big item breakpoints have been met from OMG, and they've got some strong items.
They do. The Black Cleaver is the first choice for Shen, looking for that aggressive laning phase and then teamfight relevance to augment the rest of his team. The Morello's completed as well for Cool, which is that early aggressive itemization. Fairly standard, but still opposed to the Athenes. Not looking to sustain through laning phase, looking to kill people. And then Blade of the Ruined King done for North here. Hitting some points of power, actually ahead in terms of item spikes against this King side, who they've rushed the Zonias. That's a big power spike, but he's the only one on that team that has actually got a full completed item.
Yeah. Corn hopefully going to get a chance to do some big damage as Dragon has now respawned. And it looks like King are in the prime position to take care of that. They do have teleport available for InSec, and Xion just dropped out of Meganar for him, and King immediately start the Dragon.
Yeah, OMG here though, they want this.
Yeah, here comes InSec. They managed to find a stun onto Amazing. Loveland chases it out. There goes a huge Emperor's Divide. The AoE comes across, but Amazing is so tanky. Corn uses the Zonias to stay alive, but gets knocked out mid-dash. He goes low north, nets the kill, and OMG chase forward. They're looking for Huey right now. InSec takes a boomerang, can't complete his recall. And Huey, he's actually going to have to get out of the pit sooner or later. Come on, man. There he goes. Finally gets out. Oh, he might be looking for the steal over the wall. The lantern's still there. No one disappears. He can't find it, and OMG take the dragon.
OMG disengaged and worked around King being the ones trying to put into effect. That was really close, but doesn't find a target. Probably should have, unfortunately. In saying that, OMG the ones that get the dragon, they make a pick onto Korn, who, as we said, went for that early aggressive Zonia's Hourglass so that he could dive into the back line. But he dove alone, because Cool with that Emperor's Divide literally divided him from the rest of his team. Fantastic play from OMG.
Teleport from InSec looks to catch this wave on the bottom side. He's going to succeed. Here comes the rest of King. Xiang, throws out the boulder, but Nard knocks them into North. Not the best of ideas, Xiang. North is probably screaming in his comms right now, but they're turning it around. 2 kills picked up. North is so low. Huey's looking for the kill. He finally is going to succeed in getting it before Chrono breaking to safety. A 2-for-1 trade, but Xiang continues to chase forward. They might look for the dive here. InSec so tanky. They do indeed. He's low. Will they be able to net the kill? The boomerang's not enough, and he gets out alive.
They get out King with those members, but only barely. They lose their turret, and of course, North, we were questioning why Xiang used that ultimate to knock 3 members towards the Vayne, but that is exactly why.
Yeah.
He didn't even need his ultimate, didn't have the blade active. They still managed to find 2 nice kills by having his summoner spells at the very least. So well played from the OMG side. I still think that North would be blaming his team a little bit there with the knock towards the rest of them. We're going to see that again just as the Gnar ends, making sure that he uses that. But dodging the hook with the flash, still gets taunted. But managing to live for such a long period of time, only Huey being there and the flash from InSec was enough to secure that. Now, they almost got InSec because he had to use that flash to get the kill, but he did get away with his life. So well played from InSec to secure a kill in what was a very dire situation.
Oh, North punishing Corn right now, and Cool following his playstyle as OMG are turning up the aggression. 3 of their 4 kills are on North. And with he and the rest of OMG charging down the mid lane, this tier 1 turret is going to fall.
Definitely going to fall. The pressure now being put into effect from OMG, which is great considering they've got massive item spikes right now. Even the Merc Tread's now finished with his Gnar. And an Abyssal Scepter for Cool is now done. He has got a lot of effective combat stats to at the very least deal with this Fizz.
Very important to see how that works out. 19.5 minutes in. Baron's up in 30 seconds. NaMei builds a wave on the bottom lane, but Xiong is already prepared to catch it. Uh-oh, Corn. He's got his playful trickster. He's going to be just fine as leveling chases forward, though. 3 members of OMG looking like they might get aggressive on the top side of the map. They know Loveling is there.
Starting to play the map really nicely here, OMG. Just working around their strengths as a team, controlling the vision in areas where they actually want to be. And at the moment, you can tell from that vision, they don't really have a set plan to put into effect. They're just looking to get a bit of extra farm. They've actually even just pinged the Baron.
Yeah, they certainly have. Oh, might be looking for a pick, but there is a ward in that bush that's going to spot both Loveling and Cool out, and now a pink ward where previously Loveling's ward is. Corn might look for the collapse here. Zero waiting with his lantern, ready and prepared. The hook finds Loveling, but can't follow it up.
Still a very aggressive ping towards that Baron. Honestly, it was interesting to consider. They should not go for it, but the vision control well and truly there for ping around their set areas. The Shen now going to go back to that bottom lane. Has the ultimate available, so can deal with Xiang, at least to a degree. Can deal with him. You can see the itemization choices here from InSec, not for laning phase. But it doesn't even really feel like they're for team fighting, as he's gone for a Spirit Visage, and he's going to be up against the Vayne.
Yeah, Xiang is like, yes, you have no armor and I am Gnar. Ah, ha, ha, look at the damage you take.
And he does a lot of damage because he has that cleaver and is reducing the non-existent resistances that InSec does not have.
Yeah. Generally not a nice way to go about things. Stun finds InSec's face, but Xiang doesn't want to commit to diving into the turret as OMG are now all on this side of the map. They could look for some action as they clear out a ward. Some more pings coming out from King. They don't want to be caught out by OMG, but they don't have any vision.
But this is calm play from OMG again. They're looking and focusing mostly around this vision control and then utilizing that vision control to actually get objectives or find picks from it. And at this stage, King are doing well to not walk into areas where they have no vision. They're being slow and patient themselves. There was no dragon to take. They've got no outer turrets remaining. And this is that patch of the game where it becomes really difficult to actually get anything further for OMG. It sometimes involves diving and heavily around that vision control. They've got half of it done. You can see on the mini-map right now. Red everywhere, just littering the map. But they haven't actually gotten anything from it. In saying that, Dragon in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that Dragon's going to be up in 30 seconds. Baron is still on the map. And with all of that vision, they are certainly more than capable of looking for picks. As currently, King getting some much-needed recalls to replenish Huey's and Zero's Sightstone. Xiang trying to recall. Oh no, he's chewing on his pocket watch. Yeah, it did get canceled by InSec. He's not going to have any great items before this dragon spawns. InSec's actually continuing to stall it out, and there's the dragon.
He does have the teleport, so of course still able to recall Shen if he would choose to do so. But he doesn't necessarily need to as OMG. They've got control of the area relatively well. They've actually started the dragon up. King I would imagine King want to
Parallel convergence is dropped, but the dragon was already secured by Loveling. Xiong now finds Zero. He's going to slow him down so much. Chilling Smite. Oh, Flash dodges the building. The clock did not strike 12 for 0 as that clock tower ended up missing.
It's always that inappropriate timing of Mega Gnar. When you don't actually want to be Mega Gnar, and you can't chase people down, of course. Doesn't have the frozen mallet himself, only has the black cleaver, so was relying a lot on those Q slows being there very consistently and the speed of Mininar to actually chase them down. So the second he turned and threw a clock tower at them, couldn't actually get anything further.
Loveling chasing forward. They're looking to steal the blue away.
Wow.
Knockup finds NaMei. There's the stand united. Spell shield is dropped, but North is on the hunt. Oh no, he gets CC lock going too far forward. OMG have lost one of their damage dealers. Loveling falls as well. It's up to Cool now, but he's caught in the taunt, forced to use the cleanse, but InSec and Korn continue to chase. Amazing goes down. 3 members of OMG have died. InSec will zone Cool away. How did Xiong get in there, and why is he still committing to it? He's trying to get a kill onto Korn, but it's not enough. He's going to go down.
King just played that fight very well, but then again, North just went straight into the backline and just tried his best to die. Did very well at doing so. They've now started this Baron up, and Cool has something to say about this.
Yeah, let's see if he can secure it. Spell Shield finds NaMei. He's trying to chunk through their health. He's low mana, low cooldown. Will he be able to pull it off? Korn waiting. 3,000 health left. Loveling has spawned, but he's nowhere to be seen. He picked off a kill onto Cool. Is he going to be able to get any more damage? Oh no, it's not going to be secured. There goes the Chrono Break. He goes down.
Well played from King again. They do lose Korn for their troubles, but all in all, they actually win a convincing team fight. They get a Baron buff on the back of that. And what was a great engage from OMG as well, backfired very quickly.
Yeah.
And suddenly these objectives then fall. And Alistar, the one to start it all up, the Gragas Barrel, and watch North. Where are you going? Instantly, Zero with that heat-seeking Thresh death sentence finds the targets. Korn has that Zhonya's Hourglass available. Still able to be a pest in the backline of OMG. And Cool has to run away. Amazing does go down eventually. And NaMei just didn't really look like dying, even though he got engaged onto.
A very solid play out of King when it's all said and done. 2,000 gold ahead, and they've got Baron buff for the next 4 minutes. This is a tricky situation for OMG, considering they had complete control of the early game.
Certainly is a tricky situation to consider. What are they going to get from this Baron is the next question that you need to ask here of this King side. Generally speaking, the rule of thumb is about 3 towers to make the Baron worth, but you've already got that 300 gold per person, so the gold lead starting to creep in favor of King ever so slightly. Never write this OMG team comp off though at all. The Azir, we've seen how much damage he can do, and a Vayne is always going to do damage. They can still win fights, but the pressure from this Baron is overwhelming.
And they will succeed in breaking down one tier 2. Xiong takes a taunt to the face and just blows the Mega Gnar. Gonna have some fun times clearing out these minions, but the rest of King are grouped up, all 5 versus 5.
The Gnar runs out. That is when King can potentially find his strength of engaging. They're waiting for that Mega Gnar to run out, but now they have to wait for the next wave. So very good delaying here from OMG. The tower's getting chipped at, if we can call it that, from this single cannon minion.
1 millimeter by millimeter. That health bar is going down, but here comes the next wave. Gets cleared in time, and the super minions, Baron minions, get in there. OMG will successfully break it, but there's still going to be another minute and a half of Baron.
Lots of time remaining for King, and instead they keep them bottom. They work around that middle lane now. They put some damage down with a single hit from InSec, I should say. And now they're back up again, but they're running OMG around the map, something that OMG was doing during the early and mid stages of this game. Now King's the one thing.
Loveland gets caught in a death sentence. He's taking a lot of damage. He goes down to NaMei, and Yui dashes out. A huge 2-man taunt catch is amazing. He's using the Unbreakable Will. Now Xiong is caught by the death sentence. Zero is almost single-handedly going to be finding these kills for King. They pick up 2 kills and the tier 2.
And InSec not even going down at the end of that, managing to live as Zero has hit 2 fantastic hooks in that last fight. Oh my god.
Oh, but Cool turns it around, finds NaMei and destroys him. Corn gets stylish and picks off one. Another hook finds Xiang. Exhaust onto North. King dive. A triple kill onto Corn.
Where has this King side been? They just turn it on. The aggression, the dives. Fantastic play from this King team. And again, Corn having that Zonia's as Hourglass is the first item choice. Only having the Sheen now is the third item, essentially, what it's going to be. Master Stroke being able to have that Zonia's get into the front line of OMG, get into the back line of OMG rather, and take them down, keep them busy and not die. Now he's got InSec who has some armor, not just the Spirit Visage with the magic resistance, and it feels as though try as Cool might right now in this game, there is no answer for the rest of his team.
Yeah, very tricky position for OMG as they have lost the first inhibitor. Dragon's up in 20 seconds. And OMG are able to chase King away and force the recalls. They will be able to clear out a few wards as well, but I'm not sure if they will be able to secure this Dragon. That would be their third, King's second.
It'll take an extended period of time here for the rest of King to get to the Dragon hit. You can see OMG are definitely going to be here first. Corn looking for the flank already in terms of his positioning, but the Dragon has been well and truly started here. King want to fight for sure.
Yeah, 3,000 health, there's 0. He finds Xiang, a huge taunt from InSec, gets into the front line. Cool is in the thick of things in the middle of his Zonia's, drops the Emperor's Divide. He takes a boomerang on the exit though, misses his flash. No, he gets away from Cool. It's complete chaos as Amazing is trying to chase forward north, being dove. He goes down to Corn. The Zonia's is so huge and Corn, that's another kill. Cool has fallen, the Dragon is secure. They're trying to find it, but Corn is styling on OMG. InSec is able to keep him alive. That mastery keeps him standing. InSec gets yet another kill.
Dangerous game. The MVP for Corn right there. He just works around the back of the fight, the edges, creeps around and just stalks the opponents. The fish didn't even connect on an important target. It hit Amazing on that Alistar, but it AoE affected Cool, which worked out pretty well for King here as they're now about to take down their second inhibitor. And this side, they just don't look like they're slowing down at all.
Yeah.
They're walking from strength to strength. Their team fighting has been stellar. Huey on this Ekko has been doing what is required, but 0 again. This Thresh is just ridiculous.
Yeah, where has this King been all split? After they have no chance of making it into the playoffs, they pull together a very cohesive play. Here's a replay of that, and my God, that's hot.
So I spent most of this fight looking at where Corn was. He's just kept North busy this entire time. He didn't attack anyone other than Corn. He was so distracted. This allows all of King, the Sivir combo, with 0, with the rest of his team, with Huey, to just do their magic. And Corn can just sit around and be super annoying, which is what he did. Dodging the flash body slam, dodging the Q from the Na. Dangerous game keeping him alive as Corn pretty much did everything in that fight, whilst the rest of his team, left unattended, could just do their thing.
InSec 2-1-12, Corn 6-2-6, even Huey 3-0-8. All of King look exceptionally strong. Baron's up in 20 seconds, but King are already prepared with a siege on the top side of the map, looking for the last tier 2 turret and the last standing inhibitor of OMG. They've got complete vision over OMG's red side jungle. And they might be looking for a pit, if not for the Baron itself.
Well, now 2 inhibitors are down. You can see the blue minions pushing on the bottom side of the map. They're starting to develop a massive stack, which is going to be really important for OMG to address. And even Shen now has made his way down there to be annoying. So the Baron is going to be a point of focus here for this King roster. And sooner rather than later, someone from OMG has to address it. So Na's made his way down. Now they're 4 versus 4. But this 4 versus 4 of King is arguably stronger than that of OMG.
We'll see if that's how it works out. North dancing around, currently 4, 5, and 2. 2.5 items with the completed Quicksilver, but cannot quite find it.
There
Huey starts off the Baron, 0, looking to zone some folks away. Leveling is in the area with his smite, level 13 to level 14. He could look for a steal. They're actually on the back of the pit, so they're taking a lot of damage north. Forced to cleanse, but the cleanse was used too early. Corn dives in. He looks for the kill, and he finds it. Cool. Knocks Zero away, but here's Xiong to try to help it out, and Corn continues to dive in. Huey kiting with amazing, and Corn does so much damage. InSec jumps in. It's 2 members dead, soon to be 3 as Amazing's caught. Flash taunt finds Xiong. Corn is going to follow it up with another triple kill, and King are going to win this match. They're on to the Nexus turrets. They're trying to end.
King again, baiting the Baron. Zero hit 2 hooks in that fight. One of them started the fight onto North, which allowed the fish to connect. The second one was on Cool, threading the needle. This King team, they just played with such finesse that we're not often used to seeing from King. They put it into effect perfectly. And even after a shaky beginning, a shaky start to the game where OMG, they did look in control, they looked commanding, completely turned on its head, tipped upside down, and King, easy victory.
Absolutely. This is a side of King that has been absent all season. I mean, they looked so confident. Corn leading the charge so effectively, nobody could deal with him.
Yeah, and the fact that they could make these aggressive decisions, team fight aggressively, and even the first fight that didn't go too well for them, the decision-making did not change one bit from that.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed was the itemization to back up that decision-making. So they came into this game with a plan. They put that plan into effect, and it worked for them exactly how they wanted it to.
Very solid play out of King. They take game number 1, netting themselves 1 point in the standings. Question is, can they also... My God.
Yeah, OMG very good at finding victories, of course. Getting 0-2, not something they like at all. They'll definitely, guns blazing, all on the line in this next best of 2 series. King have done well to get themselves 1 point. They're getting closer to not being in that last place slot. But OMG will come back with a vengeance in this second game, and we'll see if King can keep it together again, or if OMG will run over them.
Yeah, we'll certainly find out. I mean, just some of the incredible play from King. Their laning phase looked weak. I mean, that's something to be expected. That's something that we kind of knew going into this, that their laning phases are kind of so-so. Yeah. And OMG did play out the lane swap rather well, but coming in with those team fights, where has this team been?
Yeah, so OMG, they picked into the lane swap, and they did put it into effect to a successful degree. They had the Vayne Alistar, and they did snowball their way through. But again, this King team fighting was just far superior in that particular game, and it was almost an easy victory off the back of that.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can get to a 2-0. We're going to take a quick break while we get ready for the next match. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.